Out of all the fidget spinners sold today, I really do prefer brass as a material. It tends to be affordable, it sounds nice when it spins, it looks great, it ages well, and again, it is usually the cheapest of the bunch when you're buying a fidget spinner. So I just want to do a quick shootout of my favorite brass fidget spinners. What I'm going to do just off the bat is say, like, yeah, there's a lot of these knockoff spinners out here, like this Posif or Posalife, whatever it's called, but none of those are my favorite. This thing was like, I think $6 or $8. It is hefty, like over 50 grams. Nice brass spin, brass build, R188 bearing. Definitely a solid spinner and pretty incredible for the money, but not my favorite. So I'm just gonna knock this and most of the knockoffs out of the running for right now, or at least first. That leaves me with my top 4 brass fidget spinners. We have the C3. I got this one from Fast Tech for $18. It is just phenomenal, like just crazily smooth. And I think it may be just have the best precision manufacturing of any of my fidget spinners. Huge fan of that. This is the Yardworks Dab. It's sold in brass. I think this one's about $33 or $34. Out of all the spinners I have, this is probably the one I've carried with me the most. I like the spinner a lot. I like the size. I like the price. I actually like that it has a 608 bearing. It's a little loud, but it doesn't bother me. It doesn't spin very long, but that's usually what I keep in my pocket, so it's dirty. I should clean it out more. Gave it a nasty dent recently, but I've done my best to clean it up. The main downside with the dab is the 608 bearing, which I could put up with, and these buttons. These plastic buttons are just sort of flimsy, and I usually don't use them, but for the video I wanted to show the stock buttons. Next we have the torque bar. So the torque bar, solid body in brass. It's a great spinner. These ones are expensive and hard to find, so it's like $130 or $140. But the problem is you can barely even get them. It doesn't spin on the desk, which doesn't really bother me. I know some people it's very important for them. I like the spinner a whole lot. I really like the size. I like how thin it is. It fits right in your pocket without even thinking about it. I think this spinner is obviously one of the oldest, one of the originals, but it's aged incredibly well, and it's just a really nice pickup. Here you can see the brass has a nice patina on it, and again, maybe you like that, maybe you don't. I think it has some nice character to it, so I'm a big fan of this spinner. Lastly, we have the Vorso, which I bought used very recently. This one I did not revert to the original state. This is running an R188 bearing, so I guess this isn't really a true test, but here's the original bearing right here. It's in 608. It's fine. It doesn't spin very long with this bearing, and it has these amazing buttons. But recently I converted to the 608 to the R188, and it's a much nicer spinner now. So I guess take this with a grain of salt. Maybe this isn't a legit test for you. This isn't stock, but it's so easy to convert that it seems pretty legit to me. I put this brass caps on here. I like how it looks, especially with the stainless steel in the middle. And again, if you haven't gotten the message yet, I really like low profile spinners. So just minimum height. And these caps definitely do that. Nice desk spin. So out of all these spinners, it's hard to say which is the absolute best. I think all these things are best under certain circumstances. If I could only have one, I would definitely take the torque bar. I'm a big fan of these. I just think they're just really well balanced, really nicely made, and probably pretty attached to this one as I've had it the longest. For the money, I would definitely say hop on over to Amazon or Fast Tech, pick up a C3. This thing is just so good. It kind of blows me away how well made this thing is for the money. And just check out that brass on brass sound, or I guess it's not technically brass on brass, but that brass ringing. Oh. Again, incredibly smooth. Like, just sort of blows me away. So, yeah, and then as for just like my everyday carry type thing, then I would go with the Yardworks dab. I really just, the buttons are not great, the bearing's not great, but just the size and the design, it's just so small, and just like, I tend to just flick it, the spinner, when I'm, you know, working at the office or playing around on Excel or doing whatever. So the fact that it doesn't spin very long is not a huge deal for me. Vorso is nice, but I'm still getting attached to it. So situationally, if I only had that one torque bar, my everyday carry is the dab. Torque bar is a little pricey to carry around every day. If I dropped it, I'd be bummed out. Whereas this one, I'm going to use it. Sooner or later, I'll lose it, or I'll drop it, and I'll bust it up, and I'll buy another one. You know, again, 30 bucks. Not like money, you know, not money I want to throw away, but wouldn't be a huge loss. And the Fast Tech is absolutely the best one if you're looking at bang for your buck. So I don't know if that clearly defines the best. If I had to say best, absolutely, it'd be the torque bar. But each of these have really great applications and should be worth picking up. So those are the best, or the best, brass fidget spinners. Thanks for watching.